If you study the CIA information that they do get from Arabia, just Arabia, because it all stems from Arabia. And everything else is just under Arabia. Yeah, all the Muslim clergy and everything stems from Arabia. It goes out to Iran, it goes out to Iraq, it goes out to Pakistan, goes out to all these different places. But the money comes from Arabia. The kings are in Arabia. Yeah. These are the powerhouses. Yeah. And they wield, because sex and money magic is the power of Satan. And they do not care. They're so selfish. I mean, we're here in America and we think, wow, if you behave like that, you're fired. You know, even if Trump is the way he is and he's molested and he's done what he's done, at least he's put up against a court. At least we question it. At least we say, shit, man, you know, wrong. You know, but no, you can't say that in Saudi Arabia. You can't. You buy your way through it. It is all Satan. It's all hell. Yeah? And that means that in a very large way, these are very hostile dictators that are doing things to create things and create separation throughout the world, hostility and separation. So that here, I'm going to show you this. I collected a bunch of stuff, you know, which is mainly information about the end of the 1980s, go through the 1990s, getting to the end of 1998, 95, 98, going into the year 2000, 2001, where we get really close to the process that this is coming down, and we get so much information about how it's going to come down, where it's going to come down, who it's going to come down on. 3 different locations that specifically were the ones they hit. Yeah? And they did it prior, but no one remembers it. They did this whole thing before. Yeah? They in 84, they shot a plane into Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. Yeah? And another one in another location. And it was all terrorist, all Saudi Arabia. Yeah? And it keeps going back to the point, how did they get across the border? Yeah, because when we investigated, and it's only happening now because Biden took off all the blinders between CIA and FBI and took out all the information in putting together a committee to reinvestigate 9/11 and terrorism. Yeah, because there's lots to be seen and lots that's been covered up. Yeah, and we have no idea that where the origin of this shit's coming from. Yeah, and we need to not have relationships with those origins. Yeah, the funding of terrorism is Saudi Arabia. The funding of terrorism, the creation of terrorism, it makes them money. It creates chaos in the world. It allows them to be who they are, and they are so evil. And everything is so bad in the whole world, pirates and all that, you know, going on in everybody's country. You know, we haven't got time to deal with Saudi Arabia and its evil. We haven't got time with it. We can't straighten them out, stop making oil, you know, do something else, you know, put your money toward producing solar and wind and eradicating poverty throughout the world, you know, all these different things. But no, there is no hope in that process. They are in another league, and that league is planting seeds in people and manifesting those seeds into destruction. The only thing that happens in terrorism, it creates terror. It creates fear that doesn't exist. You know, here this comes down, and all of a sudden, then for another 5 or 6 or 7 years, everybody's going, I'm not flying. I'm not flying. Do you remember what it was like in the year 2000? When was the last? How long it took for people to begin flying again?